Alright, today we're going to take a look at how to use Weebly a little bit better. So what you'll do is you'll go to www.weebly.com and you'll click on login, type in your username and password. You want to uncheck remember me. So you'll click on login, and the website that you started should show up under My Sites. Now, with a free account, I believe that you can add up to 3 or 4 different sites, but we'll just continue editing the one that you started yesterday. So I'm going to click on Edit, and I just wanted to show you some things some tools that can be useful to building this website, because Swaley asked me yesterday, he said, Mr. Hunter, will you build one with us? So that's why I'm making this video for you, so that you can kind of look and build one with me. Probably the first thing that you'll want to do is drag down multiple columns. And you can add 3 columns or 4 columns or 5 columns. And you can also adjust the width of the column. So if you want a little narrow columns, say for a Facebook button or something like that, or piece of clip art, you can resize the columns as you wish. Okay. Again, all of these different elements you can drag down to the page. Like if you want a paragraph with title, you'll just drag it down and you'll type in I'm going to do car care at its finest. And you can just type in what you want to type in. Now, the best piece of advice that I can give you about building websites is to go and find a similar site so that you can use that as a basis for your site. Okay? If you're building a site for a car care company, go and find a site go and find an existing site of a car care company. Look at their site and mimic yours after theirs. Now, whenever you drag down an element to add, you'll see an orange line. When we have multiple columns, you can see if I drag this element down far enough, the picture will not be in one column. But if I drag it in a particular column, you'll see the line shorten and you'll see the picture in that particular column. So let's say I want to put a picture in this column. I'm just going to drag it down and I'm going to click here to edit. Click to upload a picture from the computer. Some computers in the computer lab will not allow you to do this, so what you'll want to do is you'll want to save your picture to a flash drive and then save all of your pictures for every page to a flash drive and then upload all of your pictures at once. So I'm just going to select a picture just to show you how this works. So any of these elements you can drag down and put them in place. Now this picture we would want to make it a little larger so that you can read it. But you can see how resizing the columns completely changes the look of your page. Now this picture, when you click on the picture, you can edit the picture. You can change the position of the picture. If you do open larger when clicked, when someone views on your web or hits your web page, then the picture will get larger whenever someone clicks on it. You can link the image, which means whenever they click on the picture, it will deliver you to another website. You can add a caption, or you can click the trash can to delete the image. You can add a border to the picture. You can change the border color. You can change the border thickness. And you can also center the picture, put it to the left, or put it to the right. So those are all different things that you can do. Okay, you can see my border around the picture there. In the last video, I talked about a contact form. You probably want to have a whole page. I'm going to go ahead and delete that picture and kind of delete that column. But you'll probably want to have a whole page for contacting the company. When you insert that contact form, you can click on it and do form options. So you can change the form name from contact form to something else. You can select or set the email address that you want your inquiries to go to. So if, in other words, if someone fills in this contact form right now, it'll be sent to jhunter@heraldca.org. Okay, you can add a text box, short text box, which would be like appropriate for someone to type in 1 or 2 words, a large text box for a paragraph, selection buttons, yes and no, a drop-down box, check boxes, or you can upload a file. So those are all things you can do with a contact form. Okay. I'm going to go to Pages and add a new page. To do that, we're going to click on Add New Page, and I want to change the content layout of the page. So I'm going to click on Edit Page. And as I click on Edit Page, I wanted to show you something else that you can do. I'm actually going to go to a different page. And now I wanted to show you how to embed a video into your web page. Like if you find a YouTube video that you like, you can embed a YouTube video into your page. The way to do that, we're going to click on Custom HTML and drag it down. And not just, this doesn't just work for videos, this works for anything that you have the HTML code for. So for instance, I found this video on YouTube that I want to embed into my page. So to do that, I'm going to click Share and Embed, and I'm going to copy this code. So I'm going to right click and copy it, and then I'm going to click back here and click on Edit Custom HTML, paste the code in, and then now the video is embedded into my website. The multimedia options, you can put in a photo gallery onto a page or a slideshow. A slideshow is a nice way to show off some pictures. You can drag down slideshow, and there are different options that you can use to build a slideshow. I'm going to click thumbnails on bottom, and I would click continue, and then I'd want to upload the pictures that I want in the slideshow. It'll take a moment. You can see that it says uploading file at the bottom. Okay. And so once your pictures upload, you'll see that you can have a slide. Also in the tab at the top, if you click on revenue, if you're building a website for a business and you want to sell a product online like shoes or shirts or something like that, you can use a product block, and you can link your account to PayPal, and so visitors to your site can make payments using PayPal. Okay. If you click on More, there's some layout options. The divider is nice. When you drag in the divider, it's just a line, so it can be used to separate two things. This just adds to the graphic appeal of your website. If you click on Miscellaneous, you have a feed reader, an OK button. Again, they have custom HTML listed again. Under Forms, they have Survey, an RSVP form, and the Contact form. If you click on the Design tab, there are hundreds of different design options. And again, you can click on one and preview it. And they have some great design options that are already laid out. You can click on Edit HTML and CSS, and you can see that the HTML code, which everything there represents something in the website. So if you go and find something that you want to change, you can change it. With HTML code, every color has a hashtag and either letters or numbers, and you can just Google HTML color codes. So if you want to change the color on something, you can. But you, like for instance, if you click around, they give you, like if I want this red, then the code would be FB1717. And I could copy and paste that code into where it says color. Nice thing about Weebly is you don't have to use the HTML coding to build your site. That's what's already done for you. Design options, you can have the phone number field on or off, social media fields on or off. If you're building a website for a business, and you definitely want a Facebook page and a Twitter page for that business. Site title, you can edit. Paragraph titles, anytime you insert a paragraph, this is the default font and color and size of the text, so you can change all of that. If you wanted a different font style, different font color, different font size. Okay, same thing for paragraph text and links. And you definitely want to change the color of the link once you've visited it, and you may even want to change the color of the link after you hover over it. So that, and you can click on all themes and kind of look at the different sites in a little bit different view. If you click on the Pages tab, again, it's going to show you the navigation of your site. So right now we have a home page, and on our home page we have New Page 1 and New Page. So if you click on the home page, you'll see that we have links to New Page and New Page 1 over on the side. And as a sub-page of New Page 1, you can look and you'll see pricing. And you see how I did that. Pricing is drug over from New Page. So if you click on the Pages tab, you'll be able to look at the navigation that way. Okay. Editors, if you want to allow someone else to edit, you can. For the purpose of this class, you really don't need to do that. Under settings, you don't have to really worry about any of this. If you don't want the title of your site to show up at the top of your site, that's under settings, and where it says address, where it says show site title on top of your pages, you can uncheck that if you don't want that showing. Okay. When you get finished, you'll click on Publish, and you want to use a subdomain of Weebly. So in other words, I could go to a new browser window and type in the search bar http://bbccc.weebly.com and access my page. Now, I'm not going to publish this page, just in case there is a Big Bubba's Car Care Company out there. But you'll click Publish and then type in your free domain and continue. Now, if you're building a website for someone, for a real business, they probably don't want .weebly.com in their domain name. So they have to purchase a domain, which is about $70 a year to purchase. You know, I might want it to be BigBubbasCarCare.com rather than BigBubbasCarCare.weebly.com. Okay, but since it's free, you'll have .weebly.com. So for the purposes of this project, it's fine to use .weebly.com. All right. So when you click Publish, that's when it publishes your page to the web. If I click Close, all of the changes that you made are still there. Okay. All the changes that you made are still there. So we're going to click back on Edit and go back to the page. Okay. You want to make sure and log out of Weebly when you're finished. All right, guys, good luck.